Welcome to EduLab. Today we are going to start a new chapter for Standard 7th NCERT. The heading of the chapter is chapter number 4, Growing Up as Boys and Girls. In this chapter, what we are going to learn is about how a girl child is brought up and how a boy child is brought up. Everything we are going to learn. But why we are learning this chapter? We are learning this chapter because to know the society, to know the people's thought, how a boy and girl are treated very differently in our society, and what people think of a girl child and what people think of a woman. These things we are going to study in this chapter. The next thing is growing up in Samoa in 1920s. We will also study a small story of Samoa, which is an island and it is located in southern part of Pacific Ocean, how children live there. This is a story given in your textbook that also we are going to learn. And the next thing is growing up in Madhya Pradesh. So Samoa is in different part, but Madhya Pradesh is in our India. So what is the thing, what is the difference in Samoa and what is the difference in Madhya Pradesh in 1960s? This also we are going to learn. The third thing is story My Mother Does Not Work. So this is a short story given in your textbook that also we will be discussing. And lives of domestic workers. Now who are domestic workers? The people who come to our house to clean our house and also to do the work of our house. These people are known as domestic helps or domestic workers. Then comes women's work and equality. Are women and male treated equally? No, but the work when a woman goes to work and when she works in an office and how a male works in the office, does the work and do male and women get the very same type of things? No. So this all things we are going to study. The next thing that we are going to study is how we grow up as boys and girls. So we are going to see, just taking an example of how a boy child is treated in a family and how a girl child is treated in a family. So how a boy child is treated, let's talk about it. A boy child, everyone feels very happy when a boy is born. Second thing is whatever he likes to do, whatever education he wants to learn, and whatever he wants to do, he is allowed to. Wherever he wants to go, he is allowed to go. Whatever type of clothes he wants to wear and whatever things he want to do, he is allowed to do by the family. But whereas in talking about the girl child, गर्ल को क्या रहना पड़ता है? शी इज़ नॉट इवन अलाउड टू स्पीक इन अ लाउड वॉइस. शी इज़ नॉट इवन अलाउड टू प्ले विथ the friends. She is not even allowed to mix up in the society, and also she is not allowed to walk alone. Why this is so? This is because of the society we have. This is because of the thinking we have in our mind. And when from a same family, a male and a female both are working in an office, then what happens is that male will get more attention, and female, she has to work in office plus she has to complete the work of her house also. So whereas male, वो सिर्फ काम पे जाए, and what happens over there is he is appreciated by the family, whereas woman is not appreciated at the same level where male is appreciated. So this is the scenario over here. The next thing that we have is growing up in Samoa. So let's talk where is Samoa. It is a story of 1920s, and the Samoan island is a large group of small island. So बहुत बड़ा ग्रुप है आइलैंड का. आइलैंड तो कैसे छोटे छोटे ऑन द वाटर, इट इज़ फ्लोटिंग ऑन द वाटर एंड पीपल लिव ओवर देयर, एंड इट इज़ अ वेरी स्मॉल आइलैंड. इट इज़ अ लार्ज ग्रुप ऑफ वेरी स्मॉल आइलैंड. सो छोटे छोटे आइलैंड बन के वो एक बड़ा सा जगह बना हुआ है, वेयर इट इज़ इन सदर्न पार्ट ऑफ पैसिफिक ओशन. सो let's start the Samoan story. So how the children of that region lives. The number one is no schools. The children over there has no schools to attend. School ही नहीं है वहाँ पे. Why? Because the value of living, how to live, that type of values are taught there. Then learn many things. They learn many things, many different type of things they do learn. That also we are going to discuss. How to take care of children. First thing that they learn is how to take care of their siblings. That is how to take care of the younger brother or sister. Then how to do household work. So boy child ho या girl child ho, whatever it is, but they should know, they must know that how household works is done. Whereas in India we have that a male child will not work in the house, will not help in the household work, whereas a female child will only work in the house and she will be working, whereas the male child is not allowed to do so. So this is a plus point over here in the Samoa. This is story of 1920s, whereas in India till date we don't have the same scenario. We have, but in very few houses we have. The next thing is fishing is very important activity. As they are living in an island, fishing is very important activity over there. So they depend on fishing. The next point we have is as soon as babies could walk, their mother or adult no longer took care of them. So जैसे बेबी चलना चालू कर देता है, वैसे the mother or the adult of that house, particular house, no longer take care of that particular baby because the child can walk easily. So now who will take care of that particular child? The older siblings will take care of that small baby, their younger sibling. So this is the scenario. Then how a boy works there. Let's discuss it. A boy, when he reaches the age of 9, what he does is fishing and planting coconuts. He does fishing and also he works with his friends in planting up of coconuts. Whereas what girls do, girls look out for their younger siblings and also help in household works. Then what happens is when they grow up at the age of the teenage, that is around 14 years old, then what happens is girls too went for fishing trips. So what happens in India, if a girl child at the age of 14 years or 15 years, if she is going for this type of activities, what will happen in India is people will criticize it and people will think as a bad activity, or people will think as this is not the right thing that a girl should do. These are the things only a boy child should do. So this is a thing in Samoa that fishing can be done by a boy child also and it can be done by a girl child also. Then what happens is work in plantation and learn how to weave basket. Girls also work in plantation, in fields, and how to weave the basket. This all things are done by girls. Whereas what boys do when they reach at the age of their 14, their teenage, is they help the girls in everything. See, even in the basket making and even in the plantation work and even in the fishing work, boys do help their sisters in doing this type of work. Whereas in India we don't have this type of system. So we can relate it with our culture, with our country, with our thoughts, that we are very lacking behind. We are not treating a girl child and a boy child equally. The next thing that we will be learning is growing up in Madhya Pradesh. So we will be continuing in our part 2. So this was all about the part 1. So in the second part, we will continue with growing up in Madhya Pradesh. Then we will also study a story, My Mother Does Not Work, and lives of domestic worker and women's work and equality. This all things we will be covering up in our upcoming part, that is part 2. So stay connected with us and don't forget to hit a like button, don't forget to share, and don't forget to subscribe our channel for the further updates. Here in our channel we will be uploading class 6 to class 12 NCERT content for SST subject History, Civics and Geography, and as well as for the Economics 11th and 12th standard, and for GACB, that is Gujarat Board, we are going to upload standard 10th and 12th standard SST. So stay tuned. Have a good day.